Coming up on News 2, the St. Croix District 2014 primary election results have been certified and candidates draw lots for ballot positions. St. Thomas must still hold off on the drawing of the lots. Good news, a 9-year-old boy who has been reported missing by the VIPD has been found. Plus, in our Back to School segment, are your youngsters up to date with all the recommended vaccines required? Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gomez-Singh, topping on Newscast tonight. As we told you Tuesday night, the St. Thomas-St. John District finally certified the primary election held August 2nd. St. Croix's results were certified Sunday, and that district went ahead and held the casting of lots Tuesday to see just who would fall where on November's ballot. News 2's Erica Parsons has the story.
All the places on the senatorial ballot for St. Croix are set for the general election.
We picked for the individuals running in the legislature for the St. Croix district race. No one was here for the Board of Elections St. Croix district race, and so we basically pulled for those individuals.
Tuesday evening, the 20 senatorial candidates or their representatives pulled lots to see where they would fall on the ballot. The current senators are facing a lot of challengers. Dwight Nicholson is number 1, Robert Moorhead number 2, incumbent Narita O'Reilly 3, incumbent Diane Capehart 4, and Kevin Romaine 5. Arthur Brown Jr. is in the number 6 position, Naomi Joseph 7, Kurt Violet 8, Arthur Joseph 9, and incumbent Alicia Hansen 10. Linus Lewis LeCain is number 11 on the ballot, incumbent Terrence Nelson 12, Malcolm McGregor 13, incumbent Kenneth Gittens 14, and former Senator Neville James 15. Miguel Quinones Jr. pulled 16 on the ballot, Jamila Russell 17, Ignacio Janis III 18, Novell Francis Jr. number 19, and rounding out the ballot at number 20 is incumbent Samuel Sanas. Late Tuesday, the St. Thomas Elections Board finally got official tallies for the primary.
St. Thomas-St. John District has in fact certified their results for their district, and the casting of lots territory-wide will take place on 5:30 this Thursday.
The St. Thomas-St. John District will also pull their lots Thursday afternoon. You know, with the delay in certification, there was a lot of concern that elections might miss some deadlines, but I spoke with Supervisor Fox this afternoon, who said that they are on track. She also said that the delay in certification for St. Thomas wasn't a board issue, but rather an ES&S issue with the write-ins. That's the company who services the voting machines. Reporting from St. Croix, I'm Erica Parsons for News 2.
The territorial casting of lots, as well as the St. Thomas-St. John District casting, will be held Thursday at 5:30 in the elections offices in both districts. Well, as we reported, your input is needed as the VI government starts the process of drafting the next 5-year comprehensive economic development strategy plan for the territory. Government House awarded a $117,000 competitively bid contract to the VI Bureau of Economic Research to draft the plan. Public meetings are scheduled to hear from residents about what they feel should be included in that plan. The meetings began on St. Thomas on Monday. Tuesday's meeting was held on St. Croix. This evening, the meeting is underway in St. John. That started at 6 p.m. It continues till 8 at the Julius Sprouse School. And Water Island's meeting is set for Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Pavilion. In other news, on Monday, August 18, 2014, Chief District Court Judge Wilma Lewis sentenced defendants Francisco Cisco Hassel III, 29 years of age, Edwin Hendrickson Jr., 28, and Ruziel Romeo Encarnacion, 33, to 10 years in prison for their roles in 2 armed robberies. Each defendant received a 3-year prison sentence for robbery 3rd degree. In addition, Judge Lewis imposed a consecutive 84-month prison term on each defendant for using and brandishing a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. Court records show that Hassel, Hendrickson, and Encarnacion were arrested on January 13, 2013 by the VIPD after they robbed patrons at gunpoint at the Coolot Bar in Peters Rest. Shortly after the robbery at the Coolot Bar, Hassel, Hendrickson, and Encarnacion saw 2 individuals walking on Hospital Street in the vicinity of the Virgin Islands Police Department Marine Unit and robbed them at gunpoint as well. The defendants were subsequently indicted by a federal grand jury and pled guilty on February 14, 2014. They have been detained since their arrest and were remanded to the custody of the U.S. Marshals Service at the conclusion of Monday's sentencing. In other news, good news, a 9-year-old boy who's been missing since Tuesday morning has been found alive and well. Tanaji Wheatley was staying at a house in Estate Fortuna when he went missing around 11 a.m. Police and Vitima had been circulating his picture since then and urging the community to come forward with any information. VIPD spokeswoman Melody Rames says the minor seems to be in good condition. She said he was reunited with his family around 1:30 Wednesday afternoon. The investigation, however, is still ongoing as police are still trying to figure out where he was and who he was with during the time he went missing. 2 St. Croix students took to the skies, literally, completing their first solo flights in Atlanta. 40 students from the St. Croix Youth Aviation Program attended flight academies during the summer held by the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals. They attended the ones held in St. Croix, Delaware, New York, Atlanta, and Mississippi.
It was an experience I still can't find the words to explain. It was great.
I was like, well, it's all on me now. I did 2 weeks of training. I should be able to do this. And so after that, I started taxiing off. I did 3 takeoff and landing. It was a bit bouncy on my landing, but I was able to recover it.
We would fly every day for an hour and a half. And we also have ground school training.
That's a big deal for us because this is the first year that any of our students attended the Solo Academy. Now, in Atlanta, Georgia, they usually only take students from that area, but this is the first year that they accept students outside of their area. So, and since they've done it this year, we're looking forward to doing it every year.
Flying every day for 2 weeks. It was great.
The skies are the limit for these students. Big congratulations. Well, looking for engaging commentary on topics affecting the Virgin Islands? Then be sure to watch Talk 2. That's right. Talk 2 returns to CBS TV2. It's a powerful, subject-driven talk show covering politics, education, the economy, crime, and current events. Talk 2 includes powerful, engaging commentary. That's Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. only on CBS TV2. Be sure to tune in right after News 2 for the engaging commentary on topics that affect our Virgin Islands community. Well, with a proven successful track record, officials say Crime Stoppers is working. Even the smallest bit of information may be just what law enforcement needs to solve these cases. This week, detectives say they need your help as they continue to investigate. Let's take a look at our Crime Stoppers report. On St. Croix, the family has asked Crime Stoppers to run this crime again. Police officers were dispatched to a call of shots fired in a home in Estate Glen. Upon arrival, they found the lifeless bodies of a young woman and a child who had been shot. Now, this is a cold case. The mother, 27-year-old Kana Lawrence, and her 7-year-old son, Devontae Charles, died as a result of their injuries. If you saw a suspicious person or vehicle or anything unusual that you hadn't seen before near their home, you might just be the piece of puzzle to help solve this tragic crime. Call Crime Stoppers. On St. Thomas on Friday, July 11th at 9:30 a.m., a woman received a phone call from a stranger claiming to be one of her friends. The caller informed her that he was ill and had been airlifted to a hospital in Puerto Rico. He said he had no money and needed to call his family and convinced her to purchase several GoPhone refill calls in excess of $100. It turns out this was a scam. The Insular Investigation Bureau is seeking your help in providing information. You can call 774-3942, 911, or Crime Stoppers. You can also view Inside the Grandparent Scam, Con Artist Reveals All on YouTube for more information. Now, over on St. John on July 18th, about 10:25 a.m., police received a call regarding a burglary that happened in the Estate Carolina area. The burglary was estimated to have occurred between the hours of 5:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. According to the complainant, a window screen had been cut and several items were stolen: a Dell laptop, gold ring, gold watch, porcelain earrings, Belkin's modem, and a Panasonic cordless phone. Log on to www.crimestoppersusvi.org or call 1-800-222-TIPS. One Voice Virgin Islands is inviting the entire community to a pro-family march and concert in support of traditional marriage. That march will be held on August 24th at 4 p.m. The march begins from the Adelita Cancrine Junior High School and ends at the Emancipation Garden. Now, a concert will be held at 5 p.m., again at the Emancipation Garden, right after the march. Again, that's this Sunday at 4 p.m. Count on two, and we'll have more on that march on Friday's newscast. Turning our attention overseas, the U.S. is mourning the loss of a kidnapped American journalist. Militants from group ISIS released a chilling and cruel video showing the execution of 40-year-old James Foley, who was taken while working in Syria in 2012. The terror group says the execution is in retaliation for U.S. airstrikes in Iraq, but the U.S. has no plans to back down. President Obama spoke to Foley's parents, who are heartbroken. The president says the U.S. will continue to confront the Islamic extremist group. Turn into CBS Evening News for more. Keeping our eye on the economy, more than 39,000 child safety seats are being recalled. The company Recaro says the seats can let a child's head move too far in a crash if not properly installed. And the recall covers Pro Sport Model 385 made from June of 2010 to January of 2013. Here's our New York Stock Exchange there with our stock market watch. The Dow up 59, NASDAQ down 1, S&P also up at 4. Coming up on News 2, your back-to-school checklist. National Immunization Awareness is celebrated during the month of August. Are your immunizations updated? Plus, it's important that students head back to school. Plus, want to add some color to your life and add some challenge at the same time. Our featured spot in the Summer Fun segment may be just what you're looking for. We'll be right back. Time for some summertime fun. Want to roam around 5 acres and include some paintball fun? Walla Paintball of St. Thomas offers a variety of games and includes a woodland paintball field. Now, if you're into that, a paintball gun is a device that uses compressed gases to rapidly propel paint-filled gelatin balls or paintballs at high velocities. They are used primarily in the sport of paintball, which is a variation on the game of tag. When the paintball hits something, it breaks apart and releases its paint on the person, resulting in a small paint mark being left on the person, which signifies that the person has been hit. Through the years, though, a concerted effort was taken to rename the guns as markers so that paintball would not be perceived as such a violent sport and to discourage associations between paintball players and paramilitary training. For more information, call 727-9252. Well, it's time for your back-to-school checklist. National Immunization Awareness is celebrated every August, the month of August. It's particularly important as students start heading back to school. So while you're gathering those school supplies, consider making sure your children are up to date with all the recommended vaccines.
It is important that we do not resist to actually provide our children with this specific protection, because that protect them for life sometime, and some of them you have to redo after a certain period of time, but at least it protects them against all of those childhood diseases.
And we'll have more on National Immunization Awareness Month. In other news, UVI welcomes a new class of new and transfer students with a week of orientation activities that began Monday, August 18th, and it's going on through the 22nd on both campuses. Orientation began with a residence hall check-in, placement testing, student advisement, registration for classes, and campus tours. On the St. Thomas campus, new student convocation began today. It also takes place on the Albert Sheen campus on St. Croix at 4:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 21st. Both convocations will be followed by welcome receptions for the newly minted UVI Buccaneers. The new students will then be pinned with the specially designed UVI pins designating them as members of the university. Semester classes begin on Monday, August 25th on both campuses. Family Resource Center reminds you, members, they're advising you to mark this on your calendar. They say on Thursday the 22nd, they have planned the Family Resource Center's Peacemaker Gala. That's from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Pride Gillette Hall, Antilles School. You can expect enticing tapas with wine pairings, an exclusive silent auction, a brief but very meaningful awards ceremony. Now, proceeds will support Family Resource Center. They're also encouraging you to become a Dove donor, sponsoring the 2015 Peacemaker Gala. Now, a Dove donor is someone who pledges to send a specific financial donation each month or once a year to help support the work of Family Resource Center to provide food, clothing, crisis counseling, advocacy, referrals, and emergency shelter. Call 340-776-3966 for more information. Be sure to stick around. Your News to AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.